Welcome back. If you don't know what time it is, clearly you are not subscribed. If you do, it is obviously dad time. So, first thing, straight off the hop, for those of you who work on job sites or are familiar with job site humor, my Frank story is something you really ought to check out. I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything like that, but the Frank story, man, you might get a giggle out of it. Okay, so the point of today's video is actually to talk about my Double H boots. I'm roughly 2.5 months in. I'll let you guys see kind of like A versus B, and give you guys a little bit of an insight on, again, what they're used for, because this is a little bit redundant, and then like how they feel, what they're meant for, yada yada. Anyhow, all right. So sorry, I didn't mean to lose you there, but I gotta get my boots. All right. Right, left, what are right and left? All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold up right versus left. Who knows which ones are new and which ones are old? All right, so we have water skis and we have new boots. You'll notice that obviously this is about a year's worth of wear. This is about 2 months worth of wear. That's pretty obvious. Number two would be how the leather has worn in. Who knows? I mean, they look relatively similar, right? And that is a testament to the quality of the boot. Now, granted, I will tell you that these Double H boots are actually really low end as far as work boots go. And it depends on your use. Again, I've answered questions as far as, I mean, like, I'm hanging drywall, I'm a plumber, I'm this, I'm that. Yeah, like if you're doing like in-home light construction, I wouldn't wear these as a framer. I wouldn't wear these as a commercial plumber. I wouldn't wear these in general construction. I would not wear these, in man, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyhow, iron worker, I would not wear these. But I would wear these as general use boots. I am fortunate enough right now to be working in a relatively light work scenario, and these boots have broken in phenomenally. Again, you guys have already seen the soles. Man, they have 100% conformed to my feet. I will tell you that it did take at least a month for these boots to actually conform to my feet. A month to a month and a half. And that month to a month and a half sucked. They did not break in as well as my first pair. I don't know if that's because I'm heavier. I don't know if that's because my feet have grown. I don't know any of it, but I bought the exact same style, the exact same pair, the exact same width, the exact same length, everything else. So on that note, I am going to bring up my right foot because, guys, we're not all perfect, okay? We don't grow at the same rate. We don't mature at the same rate. I sound like your middle school sex ed teacher. All right, but what we have here is the brand new boot. Well, I say brand new, but I mean it. And then we have the clapped out version, right? You guys can see that hole busted clear out because of my fucked up toe. It is what it is. This boot, however, has stood up very well to my fucked up toe. As a matter of fact, you can actually see the welt right in here is still intact, and the leather really isn't really all that wore out here. You can kind of see it, but it's not that bad. The next thing I want to bring up is the wear-in of the insole. You guys can see this, like that is my foot. Yeah, my right foot, it's a little bit more jacked up than my left foot, but nonetheless, the insole has worn in very well. I don't remember which bit this goes to. So, outside of that, I also want to note that when I would like donning and doffing these boots, in other words, putting them on and taking them off, putting them on, there's that significant pop. Taking them off is pretty much like trying to get rid of the peanut butter off the top of your mouth. All right. Like I literally I don't use my hands when I take my boots off, right, guys? We all know this. Like you stick your right foot straight on the heel and you kick it off, and then you kick it off, and then you kick it off, and then you kick it off, and eventually it actually comes off. That's exactly how my right boot is acting right now, including my left foot. Again, I don't know if it's because I've gained weight or if it's because these boots fit just a little bit tighter and in a different way. Not the manufacturer's fault by any means, but certainly something to note. What it all comes down to is I don't regret my purchase. I think that they serve the purpose that they need to. Specifically like the midsole, right? Like that cushy thing right there. A couple of coworkers and I had a conversation about like, again, guys, I work at a hardware store. A couple of coworkers and I had a conversation about like whether or not we're going to wear tennis shoes or boots or whatever. And, you know, I mean, like while you're standing there and you're kind of bullshitting a little bit, some of the younger guys and even some of the older guys, which was a surprise to me, have made the argument for tennis shoes or running shoes or sneakers, whatever you want to call them. To me personally, like that just doesn't fit the bill. There are also guys that are running around in shorts in December. For me personally, given my experience, given my work experience, I wear pants. I don't wear shorts. So these guys also wear sneakers, tennis shoes, running shoes, whatever you want to call them, in a hardware store. That to me is outside of my comprehension. I don't get it. Especially like when you're trying to drag two sheets of God, what is that called? Drywall. When they're vertical, like you're trying to drag them out, you get past the point of no return, as it were, and you actually like you decide whether or not like you can handle the weight, which some of these kids can and can't, or like do you rest it on your foot or do you drop it on the ground and fuck up those corners, like round those corners off. Nobody wants rounded off corners of drywall. I mean, especially with the price of building materials today. So what I do is I grab a hold of it, drag it out, set it on my foot, drag it out a little bit more, set it on my foot until either I have help or you know what I mean, like we just get it where the customer needs it. And man, like you can't do that but so many times with those nylon plastic bullshit shoes, right? You can do it day in, day out with a set of leather boots, especially if you have steel toe, because you don't even feel it. These are not steel toe, and I know they're not steel toe, and I don't want them or need them to be steel toe. But you know, it's just that thought process or that mentality of just being able to literally pick something up, set it on your foot, keep on moving it. That way you can get it out and you can get it to the customer. Call me crazy, but you know what I mean? I'm not young and I'm not old either, but I recognize the value of leather work boots. And these fit the bill for me and my uses. Do they fit the bill for you personally? I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do for a living. We talked about, there have been questions and comments, like if you are hanging drywall, yeah, I'd wear these boots. If you are, you know what I mean, like a plumber, like not a commercial plumber, but a household plumber. If you're a carpenter, like light use, you know, you're kind of working in your workshop, yeah, I'd wear these boots 100%, especially because you're primarily going to be walking around on concrete floors. These are great boots for that. If you're, like I said, a commercial plumber, or you're walking around on those fucked up janky rocks that are this fucking big on a job site, would I wear those? No, I wouldn't, because number one, they don't have ankle support. Number two, the soles aren't actually going to hold on to anything. God forbid that they're wet or muddy. Number three, no. That's not what these boots are meant for. And my last pair, that's what I use my boots for. That's what I use my Double H boots for. The old pair, that's what I use them for. And that, man, it tells its own story. Like, these are clapped out. They're war slap out. I use these for weed eating and mowing. Now, my newer boots I wear every day. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of a little bit pissed off that I'm not wearing them right now. Anyhow, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I just want to give you an update on these boots. A 2.5 month roughly update on the boots. I love them to death. I wear them every day. Sometimes I fall asleep in them in my recliner. I literally wear these boots all day long. And do they breathe now that we're coming up on summer months? No, they don't. Not as well as your tennis shoes or your Keens or your Merrells or whatever else. Those are hiking shoes, in my opinion. They don't do that. I look at things in a utilitarian point of view. I have boots for rain. I have boots for winter. I have boots for summer. And I have boots for everyday use. Those are the 4 categories that I need. And sometimes they cross, right? Rain and snow. If it's cold enough, I'm going to wear my winter boots. If it's fall and I'm going out hunting, then I'm going to wear my rain boots. If it's everyday use, then I'm going to wear these boots. So that's all I got for you guys. I kind of pick and choose. I know that boots are expensive. These are relatively inexpensive, and I kind of feel like they're more or less like a beginner's introduction into slip-ons, because I know that there's stacked leather heels, and the ICE version of these boots, to me personally, they fit way too narrow, and even in the double E version, they still don't fit right for me personally. I don't know about for you. I know I get a lot of questions about like how they fit and what they should fit like, what they should feel like. Guys, the only way you're going to know that is if you pop them on yourself, okay? I cannot express that enough. You got to go out there and try them on yourself. If you're ordering online, best of luck to you. I can only give you but so much information. And if you're looking for how they're going to fit and what they're going to feel like, I would refer you to my very, very first video of my Double H boot. That's all I got for you. I appreciate every last one of you who have subscribed. Guys, I know I'm not a huge channel, but cheese and rice. You guys have really helped me out. And I'm not making money off of any of these videos. But I just wanted to express my love and my appreciation to every last one of you who have subscribed. On that note, like it if you want to, comment. I will respond back. Subscribe if you feel like it. I don't know. We'll see where we are in a year from now. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Fuck Frank.